Hello everyone, here I am again. On YouTube there are so many videos of people showing you how to build your perfect virtual assistant in N8N. And that virtual assistant, what can it do? It shows your calendar and it can add events to your calendar. Why do you build such a thing? Now, in this video I will show you how you can build a real calendar agent that does everything for you. That can update events in your calendar, that can delete events in your calendar, that can reschedule things in your calendar. So things no other YouTubers show you. I do. And now let's start building. So this calendar agent can do everything in your calendar. On YouTube, they only show you how you can show your calendar and how you can add events to your calendar. But in this video, I will show you how you can delete events in your calendar and how you can update events in your calendar. I've integrated this calendar agent into Telegram because it's easy to use and easy to set up. But before I explain you how I did the updating and the deleting, I will show you how it works in real life. So my calendar looks pretty easy, pretty empty I mean. So we're gonna add some things. Add play tennis to my tomorrow's calendar. At 4 p.m. So that's easy. By default, it takes a time slot of 30 minutes. What I'm gonna do this evening, okay, I'm gonna drink beers. I'm gonna start at 19 o'clock. I've made a typo, but it added it. Here it is. I'm gonna torture myself and wake up early at 8 in the morning. And let's see if it does it. Okay. Here it is tomorrow. I have to wake up early. So adding events to your calendar, that's pretty easy. And now show me my today's and tomorrow's calendar that you can find on so many YouTube channels, people explaining that to you how you do it. So today I drink beers and tomorrow I play tennis and wake up early. Okay, this should be here, but that's easy to fix. But now what people don't show you is I'm gonna drink lots of beers this evening with friends. So change the end time of beers to, let's say, 10 o'clock. So now it should update this one. See, now it starts from 7 till 10. Okay, I don't want to wake up early tomorrow morning. Delete. Wake up from my tomorrow's calendar. So now I can sleep as long as I want. And let's say, 7 o'clock is too early to start drinking. I'm gonna start only at 8 p.m. So can you reschedule? to 8 p.m. So it moved the entire block from 7 to 8. We can not only change that, but change beers into many beers. And it has changed the title of it. So this is how it works. Oh, show me my today's calendar. So everything is updated in real time, so should be okay. And now I show you how I built everything. Now we're back to N8N. This can be deleted, and this can be also deleted. So let's start with the easiest one, add events to your calendar. So it goes to an AI model, which gets the input, and then the task of this agent is to find out what item needs to be added, and that agent needs to find out what the start time is and what the end time is. If there is no specific date, the day is today, the output should be an array, so not that difficult or complicated, and then I added 2 examples. So then I've put it in a variable to make it prettier, so you have the title of it, the start time and the end time. And then this is sent to Google Calendar, it adds in Google Calendar, and then it sends us response, okay, has been added. Now the second one is the calendar, the show calendar itself. So again, it gets the input from the main agent. The first step is always the time agent, as I call it. Your job is to find out what date the user is asking for based on the input query. Then you tell the agent today's date is now. If there is no specific date mentioned, the start date is today and the end date is today at midnight. If there is another day, also not that complicated, told him that the output date should be in this format, otherwise Gmail or Calendar of Google can give some issues. And then I gave some examples. So pretty straightforward. So again, this is the same. It put it in a nice format, the start date and the end date. Then it searches in Google Calendar. And here you have to put an if statement. If there are no events for that day, and if you don't put an if statement, it will give you an error message saying, I've encountered an error looking for your agenda. So if there are no entries, always put as response no entries or something. If there are entries, we go again to an AI agent for structuring the data. You are in charge of summarizing my calendar. The things that you need to use are what? So the title, the start, and the end time. You can put whatever you want in it. You can put a link in it. You can put the attendees in it, but I've kept it simple, and so it only outputs it like this. So keep it simple, don't make it difficult. So these are the 2 easy ones everyone is talking about. Now let's go to the spicy stuff and start with deleting events in your calendar. It looks a bit more complicated, but at the end it's not that complicated. So again, we start with the time agent that's looking for the day for which the event needs to be deleted, and it's a bit the same as before, so the start and the end of the day. So then we put it in a nice format. Then the next agent, that one is looking for the name of the event that needs to be deleted. So your task is to find out what item needs to be deleted or removed. If it contains one word, blah blah blah. And then I gave some examples. And this I put in a variable to delete. So in this case, I deleted wake up from my tomorrow's calendar. So the thing that has to be deleted is wake up. But now, how do you delete events in Google Calendar? You cannot say, hey, Google Calendar, delete wake up. No, Google Calendar needs an event ID. But how do I get that event ID? Therefore, I got all the events that are happening on the day that I want to delete that item from. So, and there is the ID. And if you look a bit further, so wake up happens tomorrow. These are all the events that are happening in this time frame. Okay, also from today, but not they updated. So these are the events that's happening tomorrow. It's a bit messed up because I've used another input than the one I showed you, but I hope you understand. So wake up has this event ID. So I put everything in a nice array so it's easy to work with. So wake up has this idea. Then we split it out, and then again in an if statement, if one of these events that are happening in the time frame for my tomorrow's calendar is the same as the name wake up, so condition is the one that needs to be deleted, wake up, is the same or contains the same as the thing that is in my calendar. So in the events in the array, I had play tennis, I had wake up, and I had something else. So it compares everything in this array with the thing that needs to be deleted. So I had 3 things here in this array, and if it matches wake up, then we go to the next step. And then we can get that ID. And if we get this ID, we can delete it from Google Calendar. It doesn't completely match up with the things I showed you as an example in my calendar. I've taken another execution than the one I showed you. My excuses for this, but I hope you understand. And now, another fun thing is updating the calendar. Again, this also looks a bit complicated, but at the end it's not. So first again, we start with the time agent who finds out the day the event needs to be rescheduled or updated or whatever. We put it in a nice time frame. Here we get all the events of that day, and we put it in a title and an ID. Okay, now the question was here, or the input was, change beer into many beers. So this matches up with my last example that I showed. So the original events for this day were beers. And the workflow trigger is change beer into many beers. Okay, it's a bit the same as before. We have to split it out, but because now there is only one, it's very easy. This agent finds out what needs to be updated, rescheduled, or whatever. So if you scroll down, it's a bit the same as before. Your task is to find out what item needs to be changed, updated, or rescheduled. The output needs to be changed. And some examples. And again, like in the delete workflow, we put an if statement. If something needs to be deleted, then we go on. If it doesn't find the thing or anything, then we put an error message here. I can't find the event. And now we switch, different than before. There are three different things that this agent can update. It can update the title, it can, so it can update the title, it can update the start time, and it can update the end time. So end, new start, and the title that needs to be changed. And where do I get this from? From this one. And that got its output from the previous agent. I forgot to tell you this. I go a bit deeper into this one. So here it says, if the end time needs to be changed, you find out what the new end time is. If the title needs to be changed, you find out what the new title is. If it has to reschedule or to move, you need to find out what the new start time is. And it outputs it like this, the title. So what needs to be changed is the title needs to be changed. It's into new start, new end. So here it starts at a new time, and here the last example, it ends at a new time. So these are the three options for the switch node. So the first one is very easy. That's only updating the title. So update, so we have the event ID, and the title is in fact the summary. The end time updating is also easy. You just change the end time. Changing or rescheduling it is a bit different because let's say I have an event from 8 o'clock till 10 o'clock and I need to reschedule it to 6 o'clock. It also needs to take into consideration how long it takes. And therefore, I put some code. So first we have the edit fields. We have the original start time, we have the original end time, and then we have the new start time, which we obtained from the agent. And then here is some code. So, okay, sorry, not 100% no code, but so what does it do? It takes the difference between the original start time and the original end time, the difference in minutes, and then it adds that difference to the new start time. So it gets the new end time. So for this event, it was, okay, you cannot see it, but trust me, it works. And then we put Google Calendar, we update the new end time, and we update the new start time. The new end time we got from that code block, and the new start time we got from the agent. I know this all sounds a bit confusing. Maybe I didn't explain it that clear, but I hope you get the big picture of how you can do it yourself. If you have questions, please put them in the comments below, and you can always subscribe and like this video. And see you in the next video. Bye!